When fans went and saw the new 28 Years Later, they may not have expected that a sequel would be released pretty quickly afterward. They had shot Years and the Bone Temple back to back and left the previous on a mild cliffhanger of an ending. With a new trailer that has just dropped, we finally get an idea of what our survivors have in store and when we can expect to revisit Danny Boyle and Alex Garland's infected world once again.
Are you ready?
Since we have lost some of our main characters in the last film, who can we expect to return? It would seem that a world ravaged by the infected is a dangerous place to grow up. Luckily, as we saw, Spike won't have to do it alone. How many characters will we lose before this film is over? Dr. Kelson is back and seems to be playing a big role in this film. His ways may seem a little unhinged to some, but he has proven that he knows what he is doing to survive the infected. It's always great to see Ray Fiennes on screen, and when he gets to play a character like Kelson, it's pure gold. Will he be adding to his Bone Temple once again? Alfie Williams, who played Spike, was the driving force of the first film, and now we get to see him still on his journey to the mainland. He has learned how to protect himself from the infected, and now has a quirky gang to help him along the way. How will he fit in with his new friends, and how will it affect his journey? Aaron Taylor Johnson has said in interviews that he didn't think he was coming back for the second film, but that could have been a misdirect since some of those statements were made while doing press for the first one. On the other hand, he could have a very small part in this film, and most of it will center around Spike on his own, maybe a post-credit scene. Fresh off his excellent turn in Sinners, we saw at the end of Years that Jack O'Connell is playing the leader of a strange band of Jimmy Savile lookalikes. Yikes. With what we now know about Savile's past, it seems like a big swing to make a group of admirers of the man. Using the name Jimmy Crystal, we'll see what he has in store for Spike and the others. Now, what everyone's been waiting for, the original survivor returning. In the original 28 Days Later, we saw Cillian Murphy waking up in a world that had been overtaken by an infection. He's been missing from the series ever since. A photo from Years led fans online to believe we would see him as an infected, but that turned out to be a case of mistaken identity. He will return in this film, but he says to get your expectations in check. Murphy claims he only shows up towards the end of the film, but sets up the third part of this trilogy. He's expected to have a significant role there.
Do you think he saw us this time?
Nia DaCosta takes over the directing reins on this one. Horror fans will know her as the director of the reboot of Candyman a few years ago. She takes over for Danny Boyle, who seemingly will return in the third film if it materializes. Alex Garland writes all three films in this new trilogy, so the cohesiveness of the story will be the same, even though DaCosta has said not to expect her to mimic Boyle's style for this one. When it came to making the film, she said she had to tell Boyle and Garland that she would have to make the movie her own and not try to fit it into their style. Both were enthusiastic and encouraged her to do so.
Do you know the words memento mori?
No.
It's Latin. Ironically, it's a dead language. It means remember death. Remember you must die.
That's a good question. Even with the new trailer, we still don't know the entire plot for the film. It looks like the Jimmy Savile gang will be running rampant through the film. Spike has been integrated into the group, but what are they looking for? It seems like Dr. Kelson will be working with Samson some more. Will we see an evolution of what the infected have become? And of course, it looks like we'll still get lots of zombie-infected action. Plenty of people are running from rage-filled people while the world seems to be falling apart around them.
And these jaws spoke and swallowed. This is a monument to them. A temple.
The great news is that we won't have to wait for almost 2 decades like last time. They planned ahead and were able to do Years and this film together. Hopefully the film will do well enough so we can get the closing chapter in this new trilogy. With the tidy profit the first one made, that shouldn't be too hard to accomplish. The Bone Temple will be available everywhere on January 16th, 2026. Are you excited for 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple? Let us know in the comments below.
Let's be pals.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo was created by movie fans for movie fans, and we appreciate your support.